Today's topic, how to start a fight. 3 simple lessons in the art of starting shit. Please try and pay attention.
There are going to be future problems with this asshole.
We at the FCC feel that democracy is all about protecting the rights of the ordinary citizen. Unregulated radio would result in programming of the lowest common denominator, the rule of the mob.
I remember when I went and saw Pigpen play there, and they threw a trash can from the upper balcony into the middle of the mosh pit.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening to it through us first or second.
Yeah, they don't even have an album out. I'm thinking these guys are really just there to make some money. It was a sold-out show.
Well, yeah, and this is horrible. Maybe they're for a pirate.
All right, well, fucking suck it. Loud, fast, and shitty.
KCDC. Goddamn regular. Second show with us. This song's about premature ejaculation. It's called Nothing to Fucking Prove.
Coming in live on the Skype. How are you, Zach?
I'm beautiful, man. How about you?
It's just another fucking beautiful day, man. I got a lot of work done around the house today, and, here I sit. What about you, man? You doing all right?
Same. Yeah, I'm doing damn good, man. Can't complain. No one's gonna listen if I do.
That's right, man. It's a good attitude, man. It doesn't matter whether you complain. No one fucking listens. No one cares, right? Just put it on a sad fucking post on your Facebook feed and just forget about it. Hey, nonetheless, man, it's awesome to chat with you. We've been friends, I guess, for a little bit more than a year or so now, man. I got to say, I really admired your band from afar, and I wish you guys lived a little bit closer. But where do you guys call home? Atlanta?
I'd say it's about Atlanta, like Atlanta/Athens.
All right. So, not to be pigeonholed into any kind of music scene, but how often do you get to play in the Atlanta or the Athens area?
We play Atlanta probably more frequently than we do Athens. It's probably no secret amongst anyone that knows me that there's no love lost between me and the Athens scene, and it's only become worse since this band has started, and I'm totally okay with that. But when we do play Athens, it's usually a pretty big happening, and that's not to sound too big for my britches or anything like that. But
well, a lot of times when you put the scene into air quotes like that, a lot of times the scene it'll ebb and flow and whatnot. And as a musician in my local scene, I think we play more outside of our area, and that's why I was kind of asking how often you played in your own hometown versus just elsewhere.
Since this band this week is just turned 2 years old, and I think we have played maybe 3 shows in 2 years in Athens. If that answers your question.
Yep, it does, man. It does.
I feel slightly bad because we have a lot of friends in Athens that ask us to play, and it's usually a very firm no. I don't have time for that shit.
Is it because of the people that come to the shows? Is it because of the venues that are available? What's your reluctance to play in Athens?
I don't want
time. Right show.
Yeah, well, there's that for sure. But there's a lot of like a butt kiss mentality, and a scene like that. You come up in this scene. I don't have time to play that game. I'm not going to just be everybody's friend. And I don't have time to play butt kiss. That's essentially it. There's drama that goes along with it, but it's a drama that I try to remove myself from. Yeah. That drama is all on their end.
No one's got time for all that.
Yeah, zero time for it. Yeah.
So for those of you who are listening or are watching and don't know Zach and Zach's band, Hembree and the Satan Sisters, I don't know this is what I would call you guys: punk, metal, southern rock, outlaw country. Is that kind of adequate?
Works for me, man.
I mean, I feel like if you guys could probably play with any of those types of bands and fit right in. Tell me about a show. I've seen a lot of blood in the photos, but I haven't seen you bleed yet. But I know it happens a lot. Tell me about the bleeding.
Well, the bleeding hasn't happened in quite a while. I'd say probably, what is it? It's April now. I probably haven't bled in, if not a year, pretty close to it. And the main reason I stopped is because people started asking me to do it. Like before shows and stuff like that, or like, hey, let me know when Zach's bleeding and I'll be in. That kind of bullshit.
Right.
Like,
so suddenly, just to get anybody to come to a show anymore, you got to bleed for them, right?
Yeah, I don't bleed. I'd rather bash somebody else's head than mine any day. Like you want to bleed? Here's a razor, you cut your fucking self. You know what I mean?
So what's the object that'll get you bleeding? And obviously it's your head, because the head bleeds a lot. That looks fucking awesome. How do you? How does it come about? You smash a microphone on your head, or?
It's been different ways. I'd say about 50% of the time it's a microphone. The other 50% of the time is just a straight razor. Where I just, It's been PA monitors. I've picked up monitors before and bashed myself with them. When we played, the last time we played Masquerade with Doyle, that wasn't the last time, but we played with Doyle and Municipal Waste at Masquerade, and I headbutted someone in the crowd and busted my head that way. And I think, mixture, somebody's blood was there.
A lot of adrenaline goes with that too, I'm sure. I mean, do you set out to bleed whenever it does happen, or is it just kind of one of those things that evolves over the course of a show?
This kind of happens when it happens, but I'll be completely honest. I've made a conscious effort to not do it, for the past 7-8 months, only because people were asking me to do it, If the last time I did it, I was not going to do it. The only reason I did it is because the promoter of the show told me I was not allowed to do it. So I mean, I'm that type of dude, I guess.
Never ever tell a punk rock, an outlaw person that you can't do something, because that's the quickest way to make sure it happens.
I mean, if you book my band, you see it. This sounds cocky, and I don't mean it to, but if you book my band, you see the merchandise. There's blood on there. You see the bands that we are associated with and such. What makes you think that I should go tell him after I booked him that he can't do this, and it's gonna sure? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I won't do it. First song, everywhere. It's the same thing if if a doom band plays your club and you're like, oh my God, they're too loud. Well, you booked a doom band, right? You know what I mean?
So where do you guys play at? Do you play in the Carolinas a lot? You talk about doom, and I think about bands. I know COC's not doom, but it's like a darker southern rock sound, and I figure you guys would probably fit in. You ever play the Carolinas much?
Not with this band, but I grew up playing the Carolinas with previous bands, and all of us in our previous bands within the band have all played the Carolinas frequently. The last time I played at the Carolinas was South Carolina. It was Hembree and the Satan Sisters opening up for the Independence and Annie scene in Spartanburg. That was a good time. But I've always done well in the Carolinas, and I know that once the COVID thing breaks, we're playing the Raleigh Death Fest. And to make your point again about we could play with whoever, it's all death metal bands except for us. And why are we on that? I don't know why. But you say we fit in, I guess maybe that's it.
Now you guys have a brand new record that goes along with your 2-year existence. When I say brand new, it's probably a couple of months old now. FYF, fuck your feelings. It's like, 7 tracks, 15 minutes?
Something like that.
So you're clocking in at a punk rock frantic pace. Now, I got to ask you this question, because I did a little looking around and found out that the dude that mixed and mastered your record, Warren Riker, was a Grammy-winning producer for Lauryn Hill and Santana, right? How in the hell do you get involved with him? Did you seek him out? Just tell me the story of how you get a Grammy-winning producer to do your band.
Well, he's my best friend. And I didn't know that he was a Grammy Award-winning producer for a very long time while we were friends. It was, I'd say, at least 8 to 9, 10 months, maybe a year after us being friends before I found out who he was or what he did. I knew that he was associated with some people, but he also produced the second and third Down record as well, and lots of those. He's very affiliated in the scene, the NOLA scene. Like he's very tight with Rex Brown and Phil Anselmo and cats like that.
Interesting, because it's like such a wide array for him. Obviously Down's an awesome band, and that's more like a doom band, I guess. Not
sure.
even, I guess, but
I think they're whatever they want to be.
Exactly, they're genre defined band, whatever.
Which is
So
what
Rusty Knuckles put this out for you. Tell me about your relationship with Rusty Knuckles.
Well, I met Ralph from Rusty Knuckles approximately 10 years ago, I'd say, and I met him through mutual friends like Jeff from Annie Scene. I'm fairly certain that's how I met Ralph, was through Jeff from Annie Scene. I drank a lot back in those days, so I can't pinpoint exactly who it was that introduced me to the Rusty Knuckles cats, but I'm pretty sure it was Jeff Clayton.
So that's a good interesting point to talk about too. How do you know Jeff from Anti-Scene? Because you look like you could be his younger brother.
No, man, I'm sure that fucking drives him crazy, right? Because I'm so much prettier than he is. He just looks at me and he's like, "Man, Zach's pretty." No. I met Jeff. It's no secret to anyone who knows me. I'm a massive fan. To use some wrestling terminology, I mark out for Jeff. He's not only is he one of my best friends, but I get to be very good friends with someone that I've looked up to for almost 30 years, 20 something years, and he's such a fucking rad guy, man. I couldn't say enough good things about him. But I think I met Jeff 2005-ish. Excuse me. One of my previous bands called Music Hates You was on tour with a band called Bible of the Devil. And we were playing Charlotte, and I walked in and Jeff happened to be there, and I guess the guy who was managing that band that we were on tour with did some sort of a distribution for anti-scene in Europe, and that's why he was there. He just happened to be there to talk about some anti-scene business. This is the way I remember it through my drunken memory banks. So I guess I was probably 21, and just walked up to him, introduced myself, and was like, "Hey, my band's playing. Please check us out." And he was one of maybe 5 people there, and he sat down right next to me the entire show and watched it, and been buds ever since. You know.
That's awesome. So you got
really cool.
You got him to do a cameo for the new video. I keep saying new, and I'm sorry, man. That's like cheesy radio rhetoric. For the video that you put out, for Who's Laughing Now. You got him involved in that. I was going to play that track right here. What do you think? I play the video. We'll come back. We'll talk about the video a little bit more. Cool?
Sounds great.
Awesome. It's Bob Noxious, episode 387, Loud, Fast, and Shitty. Hanging out with Zach Hembree. This is Who's Laughing Now?
Who's laughing now?
Start as a joke. You're laughing so damn loud. Your blood's all around. You're dead on the ground. It started as a joke. You were laughing so damn loud. Your blood's all around. And you're dead on the ground. Should have read the warning signs. They were apparent in my eyes. One look would burn you blind and pull the tears that you cried. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? It started as a joke. You were laughing so damn loud. Your blood's all around. Now you're dead on the ground. You should have read the warning signs. They were apparent in my eyes. My gaze would burn you blind and pull the tears that you cried. It started as a joke. You were laughing so damn loud. Well, tell me, motherfucker, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Fuck you! Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing? Who's laughing now? No! Fuck you!
Brother, when are you coming back into Florida?
Florida. We still here?
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to play Scumstock. What's that? June 6th, I believe.
And we're on that bill with you guys, Pigpen. So
It is
looking
6th,
forward to
right?
that. Yep.
Yeah.
And but is that happening still? As far as I know, it is. Yes.
I haven't heard that it's not happening, so I'll assume that it's still happening. Have you heard from anyone?
You know what? I've like you. I heard it's not. I've not heard that it's not happening. How about that?
So it's happening.
Yep. So mofo. Tell me about that.
So mofo.
Yeah.
My guitar player Ash, one of his bands is one of their band hats, and to my knowledge, it stands for Southern Motherfucker. I hope that's what it stands for.
I wasn't sure, so we got a chat room here in the Facebook Live, and somebody had like hashtagged it or something, and it made me wonder. I saw the hat was on, so I didn't know what it was. So
better not be lying. Yeah. You better not be lying to me. Better not stand for some weird stuff. Nah, Southern Motherfucker. He's in another band called the Dangle Lee Band. It's like, just some stripped down North Georgia country kind of stuff, and that's one of their pieces of merchandise. I like the hat.
So when I first saw you guys play, you guys were a 4-piece, and there were no actual females in the band, but you've since picked up another member in the band.
Yes, sir.
And now you got a sister?
Yes, we got a sister. Yeah.
Tell me about the addition of the new band member, and I mean, obviously to fill the guitar sound, but tell us a little bit about her.
Well, her name's Kay Clark, aka KCDC. She reached out to the band. I'm thinking like right around last June, I'm guessing, and asked, "Hey, I love the band. What I got to do to be in the band?" And we're like, "Asked to be in the band. You're in the band." All the guys in the band, excluding me, have played in bands with her previously to this band, so it's just like a no-brainer, man. And her sense of humor is just as fucked up, if not more fucked up than mine. So it's like, please come on board. And she's a metalhead. There's not another metalhead in the band. I was the only one. And we were all punk rock cats, but I'm the only one that will blast some Bathory or something. Some Venom or something like that. And she comes right from that school.
Some black metal.
She loves some black metal. She loves some early '90s death metal too.
Well, she'd like to down here in Tampa then, because we're the capital of death metal.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah. But there is no death metal bar, right? I remember going there when I was a teenager. Like, where's the death metal place? And
well, you'd be talking about the Brass Mug. The Brass Mug is where a lot of those bands cut their teeth. You go back 30 years when all those bands were just local bands. It was the Sunset Club, but the Brass Mug also kind of fit that bill. Brass Mug's been around here in Tampa for a long, long time.
Is Scumstock going to be in Tampa this year?
Scumstock is going to be in Tampa at one of the previous Brass Mug locations. The Brass Mugs had 3 locations over the decades. It's currently in its 3rd spot. But we're playing at Pegasus Lounge, which is I don't know, man. It's a nice little venue. It's they're in their second incarnation, 2.0 version of their location. But yeah, it's over there at Pegasus. It's in Tampa.
Good gas, man.
Yeah. So are you playing the Tampa date also?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we are.
Yep.
Are we?
We're doing a couple of them. Well, so no, okay. I guess I'm thinking of the Murder Junkies tour. I'm confusing that because it's not Scumstock. Scumstock is in Orlando.
Scumstock's Orlando. That's right. That's right.
And that's with the Murder Junkies will be on that show, and then the Murder Junkies, I think the next day we're playing in Tampa with them. They're on their tour and they're just coming through. So.
That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, damn.
Well,
wish we were on that.
Tell me about what do you got that you're working on that's new. You got some new material with KCDC involved?
Dude, we have. I would venture to go ahead and say we have a full-length album. Well, I have enough songs ready for at least 3 more, in quotations, full lengths, because a lot of people won't consider a 20-minute record a full length. But I mean, bands like that do. But we have an album ready to go. I'm pretty sure, 90% ready to go.
So, are you under lock and key at your house? Are you social distancing and all that kind of shit?
Yeah, we're just kind of under lock and key. We're not. I mean, I'm not social distance. I'm not hanging out with anybody.
Right. So, are you spending this time to write some new material, or?
I have. I've written probably 5 to 8 songs in the past 2 weeks, but I don't think any of them are going to end up on the. They could, but I don't think any of them are going to end up on the next album. That one's pretty much. I've got it pretty much mapped out, or we've got it pretty much mapped out. So far, the working title for the next one is FAP.
FAP.
Yeah.
All right.
Fat.
All right. I mean, I know the slang dictionary, but does it stand for something?
We'll see. We'll see what it stands for. As of right now, it stands for free and proud.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of like Southern Rocky, also. I think
Yeah.
Southern.
I think we kind of between a lot of like you said, Southern rock, and a friend of mine said it was like if Lynyrd Skynyrd was a New York hardcore band. I was like, I'll roll with that. That works for me.
Yeah, for sure. I'd take that one too.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. So, what about? I was looking through the old YouTube videos of to play, and I came across some Misfits stuff that you guys did. Did you guys do like a full set as the Misfits on Halloween?
We did.
Is that
a couple of years.
Is that a one-time thing? Is that something you guys always do? Obviously, the Misfits, very influential and whatnot. You guys did an awesome job on it.
Oh, thank you. It was a one-time thing. I mean, we talked about doing it since. This last year, it was too close to our regular release show to do it again. Next year we're definitely talking about doing it again though. Maybe next year doing Samhain. But there's not as many sing-alongs in Samhain, I guess.
No, not as many people know that as much, but you'll probably still get a good crowd, I'm sure.
We'll probably just do Misfits again and just play a couple Samhain songs or something.
Well, cool. Hey, I'm gonna play another video. And
cool.
This actually comes from that show. So thanks to I guess was this show in Athens?
It was.
Yeah, some kind of
Yeah.
Athens music page. I stole this from and ganked it from. Anyway, so LFSshitty.com. This is Hembree and the Satan Sisters.
You're in this place like a genie in death. You touch it, you feel it. You're in this place like a beat to your wind. You touch it, feel it. Right out. But it looks like no one should get. I bet you never thought you will get. And don't you run away from it. But you thought you really could. You're gonna burn it. Like every flame that's out of green in hell. Green hell. The time to fix it, that's what we're in hell. Green hell. Down the street, I need a flame in hell. Green hell. Green hell. Green hell. Green hell. Green hell. And forget about the thing. Green hell. Green hell. Green hell. Green hell. Gonna burn it hell. Right hell. Look at this like no one should. And you never thought you would get it. Don't you run away from it. Make it higher and let it get. Let me hear it. You're in this place like a genie of death. You touch it, you feel it. You're in this place, makes a mix to your wind. You touch it, feel it. Something looks like no one should. I bet you never thought you would get. Don't you run away from me. I bet you really got. You look like no one should. I know you really Earth 18, motherfucker.
Skype joining in from somewhere in Georgia. So
somewhere down in Georgia.
So with this whole coronavirus thing going on, everybody's losing gigs and gigs have been canceled. What do you got that's still in the books that you're most looking forward to?
Right now, Scumstock for sure. And the week after that, Raleigh Death Fest, which is June 14th in Raleigh. It's actually put on by Rusty Knuckles with the label.
You need to bring Pigpen down there, brother.
Down to Raleigh or to Atlanta?
Both.
No, we want you in Atlanta, man.
Yep. I think we have an Atlanta date, July 3rd. And I can't tell you any more information because I don't know the name of it. There's a festival up there going on.
Well, I'll be there.
And then Pigpen's also going to be on the 4th. We're looking forward to playing the Heavy Rebel Weekender.
Oh, sick. Cool, man.
You know what that is? You've been to that?
No, but it sounds sick.
It's like a big weekend long.
That's in Atlanta?
No, that's in, I think, Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, cigarette capital of the South.
Yeah. So anything else? Just Scumstock? Is that all that you got booked right now? Is there any other shows that you got that you had? How many shows did you guys cancel?
We haven't canceled anything yet. Well, what's today's date? We had a show tonight. Just remembered. We had a show tonight at Mule Camp Tavern, which is pretty bummed about that being canceled because we love playing there, but I didn't even remember it until now. Other than that, coming up, we have a lot of shows that are booked. I'm not allowed to announce them yet. Those kind of deals.
Yeah, gotcha.
Nothing's canceled yet. Our music video should be coming out there in the next, 2 weeks to a month, I'm guessing. Our next music video.
So what's the next video? Because I've heard all the songs on there, and by the way, there's not a bad song on that record that you guys put out, man. They're all bangers. So
that's not true. There's not a good song on that album. They're all stankers.
What's the video?
It's For Nothing to Prove.
Now, the last video, you were able to get Jeff Clayton involved. Any hidden tricks up your sleeve for this one that you can talk about?
Yeah, there's some hidden tricks. There's several. I can't give them. I won't give them all away. I'll give one away, if you want it. One hidden trick involves a member of the Dwarves. That's all I'll say.
All right, man. So that's an interesting twist right there.
Yeah.
I've done some stuff with He Who.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Kick ass. You have played music?
I play in another band, Chris Barrow's band. He's the old singer for Pink Lincolns, and He Who Cannot Be Named from the Dwarves has mailed in his tracks. Never sat in a room and played music with him, but we've done some records together. Man,
I'd love to fucking hear that, man. Dude, that sounds kick ass, man.
I will send you one of my vinyl copies. When we get off the air, I'll get your information and send it to you because I got an extra.
That's kick ass of you, brother. You sure?
Come on.
That's all.
We're buddies, right?
We're buds.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
So, what else is exciting coming up in the future as we get ready to wrap this up? And we're gonna, probably put another video on the way out. What do we have to look forward to other than new video and new music? Anything else?
Well, with other new music, hopefully the next album will be out before the end of the year. We have a split coming out. It's a top secret split with a band. It'll be a 12-inch picture disc. I can't announce anything else about it, but so there should be two music releases and one DVD release. Hembree and the Satan Sisters this year, and then the music video, and then the shows that we can't talk about yet. But
you keep it active, and that's what it's all about, man. So I hope you guys keep doing what you're doing because the stuff you're doing is fantastic, man. Maybe they're not hit songs, but I think you can sell a lot of records.
Man, I really appreciate that. And that means a lot coming from you, man. We have a lot of respect for you.
I appreciate that too, man. But you got a lot more melody than we do. We're just, piss in your face type stuff.
You guys got a lot more looks. You guys are better looking guys.
Look at me, man. No, the mask is a godsend for people like me.
Oh, man. We got to play more shows together, man.
It's gonna happen, man. Let's definitely do that. Let's get in each other's backyard.
Let's do it.
All right, my brother. Well, it's been great talking to you. I'm going to go ahead and play another video. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for listening, and we'll chat with you next time.
Appreciate you, brother.
Right on, brother. With an extra
much.
fuck you, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's what I like about you, man. Is you can melodically say "fuck you" in creative ways.
Fuck you.
Hey, I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll get your address, and I'll send you that. But anyway, it's loudfastshitty.com. Bob Noxious, Zachary Hembree. Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, Bob.
Remember the setting says good night.